Tom Davis, UKIP candidate, his letter to the News, complaining about Suella Fernandes, the Conservative candidate for MP for Fareham, and David Clark's response. "Call me biased, but this makes me angry," says Tom Davis. David Clark says, "Tom, take responsibility for your own anger. You ask, what does this woman have to do with Fareham or our residents? And then you state, she's an Oxford graduate, barrister from London. She has nothing to do with us." My answer to you, Mr. Tom Davis, is this. She also has a lot in common with other residents of Fareham who moved to the town, bringing their life skills with them. She has much in common with me in this respect. I was born in Oldham, Lancashire, and moved to Fareham in 1987, having lived in Leicester and Luton, lecturing in electronics for 10 years, and then at Fareham College for over 12 years, teaching hundreds of students to national standard qualifications in electronics. She is educated and is a barrister who was elected by Fareham residents to represent them in Parliament. And might I say so, a good choice. Now you, Tom, say she has as much in common with the average Fareham voter as a squirrel. And then, for all our faults, at least UKIP has put forward a local candidate with strong local connections and long-term knowledge of the involvement in the area. Well now, it seems to me that to assume and assert it is a virtue to promote a local person to represent them in Parliament and to neglect other strengths is a bit short-sighted. You think that Suella, the paratrooper, has less virtue than a gambler like you. And then you speculate on her knowledge of the Fareham area. If you were really interested about her knowledge of Fareham, why didn't you ask her? To then ask, how is she meant to understand the people here and the problems? And then state, she can't possibly, is absurd. It is certain from Tom's comments he knows very little about people, either in Fareham or elsewhere. Then to say, it's doubly sad to think she's probably been chosen due to gender and ethnicity rather than her actual abilities. This is just unreasonable, as her abilities are superb, and the Fareham Conservative Party chose her for this ability. Far from sadness, it was gladness to find such a suitable candidate. The real present sadness at present is that Tom Davis, the UKIP candidate, maintains she was elected due to her gender and racial background. It seems to me that Tom Davis has a problem with gender and race, which is the double evil for someone seeking to represent all as a parliamentary candidate. You go on to say, Tom, and to make comment that Suella was not elected as MP for Bexhill or any other place, and so is a failure. This is just not a reality. For it demonstrates to me that she has good determination, even as Robert Bruce recommended when he said, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again, a quality that Suella has proven as a virtue. What I find objectionable from a man who claims he desires to represent local people is that he proceeds to say Suella has no concern for people of any area and their concerns are of no importance to her. For the record, Tom Davis must now tell us when he was informed by Miss Fernandes about her non-concerns and values for anyone else alone, let alone the Fareham constituents. It's very clear to me that the general public and people of Fareham voted for Suella with their feet when they elected her to be their MP. This shows that Tom Davis has no idea of the wishes of the people of Fareham. Tom Davis may ask, is it any wonder why people are completely and utterly alienated with politics? May I suggest that if he represents a politician, no wonder some people are disillusioned. Apparently, things are so obvious to Tom Davis, and yet he fails to see that Suella was chosen to be MP for Fareham due to her suitableness for the job. From my point of view, I voted for Suella because she has all the qualifications for a good MP. She is educated, she's able to present a good case for her views when asked to do so. She can answer questions directly with politeness. I observed that she had well thought out, far-sighted views to help our local communities and volunteer groups, and also has a great interest in the arts and music. One final good point was the fact that she was from London. She's young and attractive and is ideally suited to represent the people of Fareham in Westminster. So much for Tom Davis, David Clark. And now, I'm sure you will appreciate why I sang and dedicated this song to Suella Fernandes, and now MP for Fareham.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl, my girl.
And now listen to the rest of the song on YouTube. It's called Suella Fernandes MP. As an aside, the parliamentary candidate for Southampton, Royston Smith, used this in his campaign and won the seat for Southampton. And this video attracted thousands of hits on YouTube. Now, you might well ask, who is David Clark? And what is his new book? It's Mary Mary, Quite Contrary, quite a controversial book. View it at web address nbpttc.wix.com/David-Clark. If you like my video, there's more on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe.
Hello, I'm Maisie the Librarian. As you are listed among my daddy's friends on Facebook, you're an ideal person to write a review of my daddy's book. It doesn't matter if you find the story unbelievable or disagree with his conclusions. Your comments in an Amazon review will help market his book. My dad always says, any publicity is good publicity. Go to my Facebook page, Diamond Trail Library, for more information. Goodbye.